Good morning. It's Wednesday morning, about just a little before 10. Wanted to share some things with you today. The market today has been off between 600 and 700 points or more throughout the morning. We'll see how that day ends up. Interesting stuff here in the last couple of weeks, though. We talked about a little bit in the last video, but thought I'd share this with you because it's really fascinating to me. About 2.5 weeks ago, came out in the Wall Street Journal that individual investors were coming into the market in a big way. And it also talked about new individual investors coming in the market in a big way. And when you look at this market, since the lows of March, initially it was a still pretty narrow market, and coming into the tech stocks, the FANG stocks, the Facebooks, Amazon, Netflix, Googles, and so forth. They've really been charging the way because the large value companies, the consumer staples, they haven't really had a run like the tech companies have had. So when you get the individual investor on coming in like this, and the Wall Street Journal picks it up, that they see the amount of the individuals coming in, those are considered the small guys. That's you and I buying individual stocks, and that's considered speculation. People are chasing returns, trying to make big money quick. That is a negative to the markets. And then last week, there was the stats came out, and over $5 trillion are sitting in money market mutual funds. $5 trillion. That's smart institutional money sitting on the sidelines. So given what's going on out there, this tends to be a negative. But what's going on out there, it's fascinating to me. We are one good article away from this market coming down more. We are one good article away from this market shooting straight up. This $5 trillion is sitting in cash, earning zero. So again, I come back, it just underscores the fact that I think the summer, with all this uncertainty of the virus and now the increasing of the virus, which we all act like we're surprised by this. I don't know why. Shutting the economy down in March, April, May wasn't to stop it. It was to control it. So the fact we're opening it back up and we're seeing increasing cases with increasing testing, this should surprise no one. What surprises me is how many people aren't taking this seriously. And I think that will change over time as we start knowing more people. For me, I know one person that knew somebody that had it. I think that will start changing. Who knows? We could have it. Who knows? We've been careful. I think we all should be diligent. What are you touching? Are you keeping sanitizing your hands, both with you're using sanitization stuff or washing your hands, so forth? The masks, they're going to be required in Oregon now, right? You can't even be out there without them. And why not? Whether you believe this is happening or not, it's better to err on the safe side, because what I read on this virus, you don't want this thing. Nobody does. But with that, I think the downside today, you're going to see it right now. It's off about 2%. Probably going to end up down. We'll see. But none of this is surprising. So again, we'll just continue to use this. We may start doing some buying here. We'll see how this pencils out here. But we're just going to use the downside to continue slowly biting in here. And I think we're going to continue to see this. At least through the summer, both with the virus issues and coming back, and people in reality beginning to set in now. Things, the market is seeing that uncertainty. Airplanes coming back, cruise lines coming back. It's just not going to happen as fast as the market's been trying to tell you to do that. And frankly, again, looking at these stats, it's been a lot of speculation that's led this market back to this point. So it's not the healthiest market we have here. So if you're going in those techs trying to chase those returns, please be careful here. It's dangerous waters right now. So large value is more what we're looking towards. That's where the buys are. Things are on sale over there. Tech companies are not on sale. Their multiples are sky high again. So be careful here. Don't chase returns. And then the election, again, this thing's going to turn into just unbelievable, stupid. It's just going to be a fight, and it's going to just create more uncertainty. It's going to be nasty. So again, we're going to see more buying times. We go through the summer. Clearly, this is one we're off 7% from the last high we made out of the March run. So we're going to see more of this. So I just wanted to reiterate this because all this is going to come on the headlines tomorrow, and because we're down one day, it'll make it look like the world's ending, as they always do. But it's not. This market is working through this. We've been expecting this, and I think we'll continue to see this. So patience again, you just got to keep being patient. The world's ugly right now with some things, with all this stuff going on in it, but we'll get through it. We'll make it over the top of it. The media will start paying their attention to something else, probably the election, and then after that, something else. So it's the data that we're seeing that we follow. It's the how the economy is responding to that, how the different stimulus is happening, how the economy is responding to that. These are the things we pay attention to. How's corporate earnings going? What do they look to the future? These are the things we're looking at, not what some politician is telling us, how horrible one or the other is. So try to keep that. Remember, we're investing in companies, not in politicians. And so companies will work around whatever happens in Washington, D.C. and locally, frankly. So with that, I want to say I appreciate every one of you. We're coming into the 4th of July season here. It's hard to believe next week. Here we are. It seems like we've been through the washing machine here in the last few months. It seems like forever, and yet going really fast. So I wish you all a safe holiday. Please stay safe out there. Use the freaking masks, and just be careful. And stay healthy. If you need anything, we're here. Please call, please email. And we wish you a great holiday. Have a super, and we're probably going to be closed part of that holiday. I forget when the 4th lands, but depending on things, we'll probably around the 3rd and 4th, we'll probably close up and take a little longer weekend this year. So with that, have a great weekend this weekend, and a great holiday next week, and we'll talk to you soon.